Hey everyone, Devin here with Backcountry Exposure. I'm giving you my first impressions of what I think is easily one of the most comfortable sleep system that I have been able to use out in the backcountry, and that includes the Zenbivvy Light Bed system paired with the Nemo Quasar 3D sleeping pad. I very specifically paired these two items together to just really see if I could create what I think is the most comfortable sleep experience possible in the backcountry. Now, again, it's subjective when it comes to comfort and everybody has their own preferences, but I want to just share my initial impressions of these two gear items together and how well they create good comfort in a sleep system. So the first thing that we'll talk about is the Nemo Quasar sleeping pad. This is a pad that I had not really been overly interested in initially because of the baffle design. When you look at it, it's got horizontal baffles, and I've never been somebody, as I have tested a ton of different sleeping pads, really enjoyed horizontal baffles. And I even dislike vertical baffles even more. So why did I pick this up? Well, I saw a bunch of reviews on this pad and people saying that it's just incredibly comfortable, and it has a little bit different baffle design than just like a straight across horizontal baffle. When you really look at the profile of this pad, it's kind of like scooped. So it's got a 3D shape to it, so it's higher on these sidewalls than it is down in the middle. So that helps with like cradling your body, and especially on this 25-inch wide pad, that creates a lot of comfort. And the baffles are not just straight across. They actually have a slight curve to them, and that curve just allows for additional comfort when laying on the pad. And when I laid on this last night, got into bed, getting all comfortable, there's always that initial like, the pad is too firm, or no, it's not firm enough, or gosh, this is just not really that comfortable. And you end up right off the bat thinking, yeah, this is not going to be a great night of sleep. That was not the case with this pad. And other aspects to this that I really enjoy are that on the foot end, it's a bit narrower, or it's not as tall as it is at the head end. The very top baffle on the head end of the pad is significantly taller than it is at the foot end. I think Nemo has put together a really nice pad here that is probably like underserved at how nice it actually is. And I think part of it is the fact that this regular wide size comes in at 2 pounds, 1 ounce. So it's a bit heavier of a pad than other options out there, but comfort should be like high priority for anybody going into the backcountry. And the fact that Nemo has put together their first Blue Sign certified pad. So super cool in that aspect as well. Now, when this is paired with this system, which I'll be honest, I had mentioned this before in a video, but Zenbivvy is something that I have just kind of like, that looks really heavy. It looks kind of bulky and like kind of over-engineered. But then I did a bunch of research on Zenbivvy itself and came to find out that the founder and the owner of Zenbivvy is the individual that created the Sierra Designs Backcountry bed. That was his like baby, his brainchild. And I love the Backcountry bed from Sierra Designs. And when I found that out about Zenbivvy, it pretty much changed my opinion, because I knew that the person responsible for designing this product had put a lot of thought and effort into creating something that would really create a bed-like experience in the backcountry. So although I had recently made a video basically swearing off quilts as an option for me in backpacking, this is the Zenbivvy Light Bed, which is a quilt system. However, it does connect to a fitted sheet that goes around your sleeping pad. So when I attach this to the pad, it basically creates an enclosed system that keeps all of the draft points intact and makes it so when you move around in the bag, and on the bed, you don't have the quilt like flipping over with you, because all of these attachment points right here keep the quilt attached to that fitted sheet, which is then secure to your sleeping pad. So I can unhook all of these little attachment points here, and that makes it really easy for me to get in and out of the bed. You've got a really big hood, which right now I'm car camping, and I brought my pillow from home and I just shoved that into the hood there, and it was fantastic. Kept the pillow in place, and it's gonna be the same for a backpacking style pillow as well. But you've got these like side walls on the fitted sheet that help eliminate draft points, and they keep the quilt in place. And with the 800 fill down inside of this bag, it is fairly lightweight for what it is, and it's oversized. And you can see at how big and wide the quilt is. And when you're moving around in it, the foot box is super roomy. I didn't find with below freezing temperatures that this was a lot of work to get it heated up and to contain all of that. Now there's so many different aspects of how this Zenbivvy bed is put together that we'll talk about in a further review. This is just initial impressions, but I'm very, very happy and excited to use this this coming year and get a lot of experience with it and really share the pros and cons of what this is like for me. I love the baffle design on here, that you've got a vertical baffle that keeps the down in place and not slumping off of your shoulders. It's just put together with a nice soft like 20 denier nylon fabric. At this point, it's time to put some more testing in place with this particular system, but I gotta say, I had easily one of, if not the best night of sleep on this pad and with this sleep system that I've ever had in the backcountry. And we're gonna see how that works out tonight, as well as I sleep in this again. But I appreciate you guys watching. If you're not subscribed to the channel, you know what to do. Hope you have an awesome day. We'll see you on the next one.